shit. Hold on. Hold on. Hey, y'all.
Damn. How big of a bitch am I that I moved the whole metal crate? God damn.
When we went to her car, I felt so uneasy because I seen her bumper. I could do with $50 personally. Me, Lele, I can do a lot with $50. Baby, I can get a car with $50. Play with it. 15 minutes to find a gas station. She kept passing hella gas stations. I'm the only, mind you, I'm high as hell. I'm high as shit. Like, I ride to the liquor store was so uneasy. Yeah, I tried to give a change of scenery, but welcome to my TED Talk. Bougie Lele. And y'all enjoyed that last story time. Like, it's crazy that people didn't know that I was funny for real. That's insane to me, because I joke like 24/7. No, but okay, so this is a story time on how I almost got kidnapped. Girl, me. Could you imagine that? I'm sorry. If I, God forbid, but if I ever get kidnapped, girl, they bringing me back. They gonna be so irritated and mad with me. I'm talking my shit. Anywho. So y'all, once upon a time, y'all, my life is like a movie. This ain't even been that long ago. This was probably like a couple months ago, like 2-3 months ago. So about 2-3 months ago, on a cold, stormy night, Lele was like, I don't know, I was going through my separation season, and I was disobedient to God. And I decided to join a Facebook group of girls, you know what I'm saying, that want to be friends, kiki haha. So one of the girls that I actually got pretty close with, she invited me to a housewarming party or whatever. Like, she invited me and a couple of girls in the group to a housewarming party. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'll go. But y'all know, okay, y'all know when y'all about to go somewhere, but y'all get that uneasy feeling in your stomach. Always go with that what they say, that's the gut feeling. Always go with that gut feeling, because when I tell you, I had the bubble guts the whole night. As like when I was going there, I had the bubble guts as I was getting dressed. I'm just like, ooh. I took like about 2, okay, that's probably TMI, but I had the bubble guts like I had to, girl, I didn't know what it was. It was just like an uneasy feeling. It was literally like a knot in my stomach. So I get dressed, you know, I go out. First of all, I was real hesitant because I didn't know if I really wanted to go. I really didn't know if I wanted to go. And when I really don't know if I want to go, that means that I don't want to go. And I shouldn't have went, but I went instead. I still went. Okay.
What did he say?
Okay. So I head there, and she like deep in Atlanta, and I ain't even trying to look. I ain't knocking nobody, because I done lived in the ghetto too, baby. I ain't knocking nobody. Sometimes the ghetto was fun, but it's late. Like, it's late. Like, I'm talking like 10. I pull up, I'm like, oh, I like ghetto shit, but this shit is too ghetto. Like, it was ghetto, baby. Like, let me tell y'all, when you went in the entrance, it wasn't no gate, but when you went in the entrance, it's a fat ass pothole on the side. You think it's a dip until your ass drive over it. So I'm like, oh no, man.
Hit a pothole over there, boom, 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 whole rim messed up. I didn't get my money back for that. How do I do that?
So, girl, stomach still turning. I get there, and you know what I'm saying, I get to the entrance. The girl that hosted it, whose house we did it at, she was nice, but when I met her in person and I felt her energy, I was like, oh bitch, I see why you ain't got no friends. I see why you on this Facebook shit trying to get some friends. Her energy was, y'all, when I tell you, it was so like, and I'm not even trying to be rude, like her energy was terrible. She was phony, like real phony. You know how people do that nice nasty shit? That was her. Like she tried to act nice, but she's really a weird phony bitch. Like I'm not gonna lie. And as I'm getting deeper into the story, you gonna see why I say this. Now I get there, you know, the girls pull up, not as many as she invited, but the few that pulled up, you know what I'm saying? We out there smoking. First of all, them bitches was smoking my shit. And that's one thing I did not like. Everybody bring your own weed, but it's like I think only 2 of us had weed. I'm like, well, bitch, I got 1 blunt that I was already smoking on the way. That's the only shit that I'm sharing. The rest of this is mine. I'll roll me one and roll my shit because it's my shit. So, you know what I'm saying? We passing around. We getting high. We playing cards or whatever. It's a little kiki. Then one of the girls, well, not even one of the girls. Some of the girls was like, well, do you want to go to the liquor store? So, you know what I'm saying? We can get some drinks, play some more games, da-da-da-da-da. And me and another girl went with another girl. She had came like kind of late, but she was the one that kept insisting we should go get like some bottles. Like, do y'all want to go to the liquor store? It's a liquor store up the street. Let's go. I'm like, okay. I'm like, well. Then it was one girl was like, yeah, we can do that. So me and the other girl went with we need names. Okay, Cornbread is the one that's driving and kept insisting that we get some liquor. Juicy is gonna be the other girl that I was with. That was a what you call that? Was an innocent bystander as well as me, along with me. I can't think of the other word, y'all. I can't think of the other word. I'm getting high as I'm talking. So Juicy was like, yeah, we can go. I'll go with you so you don't go alone. Cause like I said, it was late night. It's in the hood, so it's like no, none of us wanted her. Oh, none of us wanted her to go by herself. Honestly, I'm not even gonna say none of us. I think me and Juicy was the only genuine girls. I can't even lie to you. I think we was the only genuine girls. Cause I was like, yeah, I don't want her to go by herself. Cause like it's late night. These niggas be crazy out here in Atlanta. Let's just be honest. So Juicy is like, yeah, I go with you to damn, what I said the other girl name was Juicy and Juicy Cornbread. Yeah. Juicy was like, yeah, I'll go with you, Cornbread. And then I was like, well, I'll go with y'all too. Like, I'll go too. Cause you know, I didn't have a bottle of liquor and I was gonna buy me a little cheap bottle. Cause they said buy your own. So I was like, okay, I'll buy me a little cheap probably 2-3 shots. I buy my own. So Cornbread is like, okay. And Cornbread is insisting that she drive. I'm like, okay. And girl, when we went to her car, I felt so uneasy because I seen her bumper. Her bumper, baby, it was don't get me wrong. I know you gotta do what you gotta do. But her bumper was a different color and the bumper was falling off, y'all. The bumper like this. Her car like this, but the bumper like this. I'm just like, ooh. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right. And mind you, me and Juicy look at each other. We give a little side eye. But personally, I don't like driving. So I was like, okay, you know, do her thing. I don't know what was going through Juicy head, but we was on the same page. Because I'm like, ooh, bitch, I don't know about this. And, you know, with her eyes, she was saying, bitch,
I don't know about this shit either. I ain't gonna lie about it. If you go, I'm gonna go. I mean, we can do this shit together.
That's basically what we was saying with our eyes. So we go into the liquor store. Y'all, the ride to the liquor store was so uneasy. We was quiet. And the way that she was hitting these turns, I was like, bitch, I see why your bumper like this. This bitch couldn't drive worth a damn. I mean, this bitch she wasn't turning, she was drifting. I'm just like, every turn she hit, we like this. I'm like, girl, I mean, I'm holding on to I'm just like this in the driver's seat. I'm like this. And she turned, I'm like, oh, girl, holding on. I'm just like that. I'm like, okay, this bitch cannot drive. So it got to a point where I was like, you good? You okay? Girl, we finally get to the liquor store. Mind y'all, I need y'all to keep in mind that the liquor store was only it was only 10 minutes away from the spot where we was coming from, the girl house. It was only 10 minutes away. Now it took us about 15 minutes to get there. We get there, we get the liquor. First of all, now I kind of got to take back that with Juicy being the only real one. We get to checkout and Juicy say how she ain't got no money on. She don't got no money on to pay for her liquor. So me and Cornbread looking at each other, and Cornbread was like, I got you. I was like, well, shit, she was gonna have it because I couldn't get you. I don't even know you. Like, but you know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, it wasn't even that I did not have it. It was the fact, why would you wait till when we get to checkout to say you ain't got no money on? And then, y'all, on top of all this, she in the liquor store, she like, ooh, I love this. Like, girl, this good. Expensive shit. I'm talking $50 worth of bottle. I said, now how is she picking, and she ain't got no money? That shit should be burning her hand if she ain't had no money and she picking up some expensive liquor. Now, y'all, $50 might not be shit to y'all, but do y'all know how much do you know how much I can do with $50? Do you know how much I can do? A bitch like me, do you know how much I could do with $50? Personally, me, Lele, I can do a lot with $50. Baby, I can get a car with $50. Play with it. Let me stop. Let me stop over exaggerating. But no, for real, she didn't have no money and didn't say nothing until we got to checkout. So Cornbread, you know what I'm saying? Cornbread had some change, and she was like, I was like, bitch, you gonna have to get some cheap liquor. Like, I'm like, yeah, you gonna have to go back and get some cheap liquor, baby, because there's no way. I'm like, get you a little shot. Get you a little $3 shot. So, you know, we get all that situated or whatever. Girl, we leave, y'all. Here's where the story starts. We leave the liquor store. Remember how I told y'all it was only 10 minutes away from the house? Why the fuck did it take us 45 minutes to get back to the house? We done missed the whole little get together part. We done missed the whole little shindig. Because by the time we got back, bitch, I was ready to go. I was ready to go. Now, let me tell you the events that happened. We leave the liquor store and she gets on the highway. No. She had to get some gas. Why did it take us 10 minutes to even find 15 minutes to find a gas station? She kept passing hella gas stations. So when I was like, girl, it's a quick trip right there, she finally pulled into it because I guess she seen how irritated I was getting or whatever. I was like, okay, girl, it's a quick trip right here. Like, I'm looking on the map, and when I'm like, it's a quick trip right here, just go to this. So we go there, we get some gas. I use the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? They go, I don't know where the fuck she disappeared to. Hold on. I don't know. Excuse me. And thank you if you bless you me. Thank you so much. So I had to go pee, and Juicy had to pee too. Bitch, I come back out. You know what I'm saying? I come back out before Juicy, cause y'all, not to put her business out there, but she said she had the shit. So I'm like, okay, girl, do your business. I ain't judging. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Sometimes you can't hold that shit. And bitch, she said she had on a waist trainer. Now, I call her Juicy because she was juicy. You know what I mean? She had on this tight ass waist trainer. She had on this tight ass waist trainer and was telling us how she couldn't breathe.
Understand, these waist trainers is killing y'all. My niece just fell out down here at the Red Lobster.
And how she had to move. So, you know, she go do her business. I come out before her because all I had to do was pee. I don't know where the fuck Cornbread went to, but Cornbread was nowhere to be found. And I'm just like, damn, did she pump the gas? Like, what the fuck is going on? Did she get the gas? So, bitch, I'm waiting outside for, I kid you not, I'm waiting outside for like 10 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, like, if the timing sounds like not like it was 45 minutes, because I'm pretty sure it was more than 45. It took us more than 45 minutes to get there, but I was so high. Like, shit was moving fast and shit was moving slow. I don't know. So when I'm putting when I say it took 10-15 minutes, y'all honestly really just ignore that damn shit, because I'm probably not over exaggerating, but yeah, just ignore that shit. Fuck, I was like, the old girl came out, Juicy came out, and she was like, oh my bad, you know what I'm saying, she had to do her thing. I was like, okay. I was like, did you see Cornbread in there? She was like, nah, I ain't see her. I was like, where the fuck? Then this bitch magically appears. She magically appears back, and she's like, y'all already pumped the gas. I was like, oh, we was like, okay. So we head on our way. We get on the highway. We get on the highway. She got her map going on her phone. She got an old school car, so she's looking at a map on her phone, and I was like holding it up for her so she could see. I don't know if this bitch was I don't know what the fuck was going on in this bitch brain cells, but shit just wasn't clicking. This bitch couldn't follow directions worth a damn. She missed 5 exits, y'all. And when I think about it, I be like, why the fuck did I not say nothing? She missed 5 exits, which made us become 35 minutes away from the house when we was only 15 minutes away when we was at the gas station. So I'm looking at her, I'm like, do you need help? I was like, do I need to guide you? So I start helping her. I'm like, yeah, take this exit right here, boom, boom, boom. Girl, so we get to one of the exits, and we're finally 15 minutes away. We get to the light. As we're going up, the light is green. There's a car in front of the light that's not moving. The car is just sitting there. So as we're coming up, she hesitates to go around. She don't honk. She don't do nothing. She just hesitates. So she goes around, then she stops. She goes around, then she stops. Then she goes around. Then when she was fully going around, the car turns into her, hitting her in the front. I mean, boom, that was the sound. It was like boom. Oh my gosh, the sound effects I'm doing is insane. For real, sign me up to be a sound. Okay, whatever. Let me stop. So the car hits us on her side, y'all. First car accident I ever got into in a day of my life. I've never been in a car accident ever. Not even ever. So we get into the accident, and she's like, oh fuck, and this bitch just sit there. I'm like, okay, we need to see, I don't know how the shit go. So Juicy in the back had just been in a car accident not too long ago. She had the cast on her arm and everything. So she was having PTSD. She was having a panic attack in the back seat. So I was trying to calm her down. I was like, okay, but let's see what's going on. Not Cornbread. Juicy was having a panic attack in the back. But Cornbread was having a panic attack too. She was like, I don't know what to do. I just got in a car accident last week. I said, last week? What the fuck? So she's like, I gotta go. So she drives off. She speeds off. So it was basically like a hit and run. She speeds off. The other car couldn't do no hit and run because their tires was low. They didn't have no more air in their tire. So the girl drives off. I'm like, where are you going? I'm like, Cornbread, where you going? She's like, I don't know. We gotta go. I just got in a car accident. I don't know what to do. What should I do? I'm like, girl, I don't know. I ain't never been in no car accident, but I don't think you need to ride off. You know what I'm saying? Because it was your fault. It wasn't really all your fault because they was sitting at that. When I tell you that car was sitting at that green light, I don't know what was going on, but the whole situation was weird as fuck. That's why when I was explaining shit to my mom, I was like, that bitch was probably really trying to kidnap y'all, but she got too fucking scared. Because when I tell you this bitch, She kept moving and doing weird shit, bro. So when we driving off, it's a car behind us. She pulls over because, like I said, she was having a panic attack. I was like, girl, just pull over and catch your breath. Like, calm down. Like, y'all, I'm the only, mind you, I'm high as hell. I'm high as shit. Like, I took a few edibles and I smoked like 2 blunts. So I'm high as shit, chilling. I'm like, bruh, Cornbread in the back having a panic attack. Then, Juicy in the back having a panic attack. Cornbread in the driver's seat having a panic attack. I'm like, girl, you gotta calm down. I'm like, just pull over and catch your breath. I'm like, pull over and catch your breath. Girl, she pulls over. A car comes up behind us and he's like, yeah, man, I saw the whole thing. That car up there, they was just sitting at that light. Like, you wasn't in the wrong. Like, you need to go back. You need to call your insurance. Like, cause it wasn't your fault. Like, that car was in the wrong. I seen the whole thing. I'm like, bro, that's what I'm trying to tell her. But I've never been in a car accident, so I don't know what to do. So oh my gosh. So Cornbread drives off. She drives off and I'm like, girl, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to do. She's like, what do I do? What do I do? I'm like, I don't know. So Juicy finally comes out of her panic attack. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, bruh, you know they can call the cops and like, you can get arrested. We can all get arrested for some shit like this. I'm like, oh. I'm like, yeah, baby, you need to go back. Cause I ain't about to go to jail for now. But now y'all heard what I went through in that last story time being in jail. It wasn't that bad. But I wasn't in McDonald. I wasn't in Henry County, baby. I was in, I do not remember where I was. I think I was in Fulton. And I ain't heard no positive stuff about Fulton County Jail. Anyway. So she's like, yeah, you like need to go back, call your insurance. She was like, bro, I don't even have, Cornbread was like, bro, I don't even have insurance. Like, I'm on my mama insurance. Like, this is my boyfriend car. I'm like, what? Then, y'all, she got to chatting. She was like, bro, my boyfriend's gonna kill me. Like, I just got in a car accident. I just bought this bumper last week. I said, you just bought that bumper last week and it's like that? I'm like, your bumper twisting already? I'm like, baby, you cannot drive. I'm like, even Cornbread now, okay, Cornbread, as we driving after the man incident, she drives and she goes to the airport. She parks inside of the airport because she wanted to see how bad her bumper was. She parks frantically in the entryway of the airport and stops right there. She stops in the entryway, y'all. Like, no other car can go around and stuff. She stops in the entryway, parks the car, get out, looks at her bumper. Her bumper already leaning. Now, her bumper been leaning. She was like, oh, okay, yeah, I think it was already like that. Y'all, I kid you not, this bitch took almost 10 to 15 minutes trying to fix her damn bumper. I said, me and Juicy looking at Cornbread like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, y'all, as she's fixing the bumper, she's like, oh my gosh, like, my boyfriend's gonna kill me. Like, I just got in a car accident. Like this is his car. Oh my gosh, like, I'm on my mama insurance. I'm like, now how is that your boyfriend car but you on your mama insurance? I'm like, okay, maybe y'all been together for a minute. But then when she got to talking about her boyfriend when we was in the car in the beginning, she was like, yeah, I only been with my boyfriend for like 6 months. I'm like, okay, y'all ain't been together that long. So I'm like, it was given that she was like lying. Like, everything that was coming out of her mouth, she was lying. Y'all, in the way that she was talking about her boyfriend, it seemed like she was like so scared. She was so scared to tell him what was going on, whatever. I'm just like, what is wrong with her? Like, what is going on? So she's trying to fix her bumper. A security guard comes over to us. The security guard at the airport, he's like, everything okay? Y'all need help? And Cornbread's like, no, we're good. And me and Juicy was like, well, no, like, we just like kind of got in a car accident. And we probably shouldn't have said that, but we was nervous as shit. And Cornbread was like frantic. Like, this, it's like, I don't know, like, she was just so weird. I wish I had the words to explain how weird and uneasy this girl was. And what made it so much worse was like, she was like so sweet. Like, she had a sweet tone to her voice, but something was not mentally all right with her. And he's like, well, y'all need to go back to the accident, call y'all insurance and call the police and get it all situated. Because when we explained it, he was like, yeah, like it's not 100% your fault. Like, you might get some leeway. I'm like, right. You know what I mean? Because the car was just sitting at that green light. But I was like, she didn't honk the horn or nothing. She just hesitated to go around. And when she fully went around, that's when the car crashed into her. And that's why I was like, now that I'm thinking about it, that accident sounded like a fucking setup. Because it was like a Tahoe, a fat ass Tahoe truck. And I'm like, now she inched around a couple times. Then when she fully went around, that's when the car hit us. And I'm like, that shit was so weird. She sat there for a second, then got nervous and shit and drove off. That's why I'm like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Like, brother, that shit, it just did not feel right, y'all. It did not feel right. Now, as we're in the airport, she's doing all this frantic trying to fix her broke ass bumper that she ain't gonna be able to fix by hand. So Juicy's like, bro, Cornbread, if you need me to drive, I'll drive, because like she was still having a panic attack. I'm like, you're not able to drive, bro. Just let Juicy drive, because this is crazy. Like, you're doing too much. And Cornbread was like, no, I got it. We got this. I got this. So y'all, we finally get back to the house after 45 minutes. We knock on the door. Mind you, as we knocking on the door, the host, it take them about 10 minutes. We had to call them. It took them 10 minutes to come open up the door, because they're in the back playing music, so they couldn't hear us knocking at the door. We get there, y'all, everybody is faded and halfway and tipsy. So when the host opened up the door, she's like, oh my gosh, where have you guys been? Like, I'm like, girl, I'm like, y'all, mind you, why also I was saying that the host was weird is because she was saying how, oh my gosh, where were you guys? I was worried. She was saying all this shit, but this bitch never texted us. She had our numbers. She never texted us. She never called us. So I'm like, bitch, stop playing with me. You ain't get no fuck. Stop lying. She got in a car accident. We go in there. We explain everything. And Juicy's ride was Cornbread. Juicy was supposed to get a ride from Cornbread to go home, because they live in the same county. So Juicy was gonna drop Cornbread off. Juicy did not want to ride with Cornbread no more. Juicy was like, I can't do it. Like, she don't know how to drive. We just got in that car accident. She didn't even know what to do with the car. She didn't even call her insurance, no nothing. Like, she was like, I just don't feel comfortable driving. And she told Cornbread that. Juicy told Cornbread that. She was just like, no, like, I'm not even trying to be mean. I just don't feel comfortable. And I still have PTSD, because I just got in a bad car accident not too long ago, and I had to have surgery on my arm. And I was like, bro, I get that. So the host, Juicy was like, so yeah, I need a ride. I don't even know how I'm finna get home. So Cornbread, being the weird female that she is, I'm trying not to say bitch, but being the weird female that she was when I felt that energy when I met her in person, she was like, oh, well, I don't know how you're gonna get home either, because I'm tipsy, my best friend's drunk, and the other girl is about to leave, and she don't live nowhere where you live in. I'm like, well, damn, she can't crash out on the couch until the morning and, you know what I'm saying, get her mama or get a lift or something. And she was like, yeah, I don't know how you about to get home. And she was like, Juicy was like, yeah, I don't really know how I'm finna get home. I'm probably just gonna have to like spend the night. The host was, she was so rude. She was like, yeah, I don't know how you gonna get home either, but you can't spend the night. I'm like, well, shit. I'm like, that bitch is weird. But I was like, where you live at? So she tell me, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll take you home. I'll drop you off at home. Cause girl, mind you, we done been through some shit. We done been through some traumatic ass shit. We just like wet, like, I'm like, bitch, I'll take you home. You good? I'll take you home. So Cornbread ends up leaving in a frenzy, because she's talking about how she got to go pick up her boyfriend, how he about to be mad about her bumper and whatnot. I'm like, okay, girl, it was just so weird, y'all. I really wish I could explain how uneasy and weird this bitch was. She was so weird. So anywho, the host, after the host had like did all that, the Juicy, I'm just like, yeah, okay, So Cornbread leaves, not too long. I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm like, you ready? So me and Juicy leave. I drop her off, and we're on the ride. I'm like, bruh, that shit felt weird as hell. And y'all, I kid you not, at the same time, we was like, I feel like we was about to get kidnapped. That's like, we was on the same page. I was like, bro, I am so happy that you talked, because that's literally, that accident was so weird, y'all. Like, that wasn't it didn't feel like no regular accident. And mind you, I've never been in an accident, but I'm like, that shit felt so weird, bro. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I feel like it was supposed to be a kidnap, but that bitch folded. Like, she got too scared or something. Like, I feel like we was about to get kidnapped though. Like, I just had even when I seen her car and we got in that car, it was just an uneasy feeling. And Juicy was like, bitch, I felt the same way too. She was like, that's why I was so quiet in the back seat. Mind you, I was high as shit and I was sitting in the front seat. So I was like, I was trying to make conversation with Cornbread and Juicy because it felt so uneasy when we got in that car. So I tried to make conversation and we had it here and there. But like I said, you just couldn't shake that uneasy ass feeling. So y'all, anywho, I dropped Juicy off. I dropped Juicy off, and we had that conversation, girl. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, y'all, still to this day, like when I explained it to my mama was like, what? She was like, that's like some weird, that's so weird. I'm like, how the fuck did we were like 10-15, we was 10 minutes away from the house when we went to the liquor store. The liquor store was only 10 minutes away. We leave the liquor store, this bitch missed 5 exits, and we end up 35 minutes away from the house. We get in that car accident and she's just frantically driving around, which was probably another 20 minutes, I kid you not. Then she pulls into an airport, in an airport entry, gets out and trying to fix her bumper, and that was like probably 10 minutes. Now at the airport, when we finally leave, and I'm directing her on the exit. I'm like, take this exit, it's this exit right here, take this exit. Because at this point I'm getting irritated, because at this point it seemed like she was missing, y'all, it seemed like she was missing the exits on purpose. Like, it started to become weird. And mind you, on the 3rd exit, I noticed that's when I started to notice that she was missing exits. I'm like, what the fuck? Because mind you, she didn't know, but I'm on my phone, like I had the address and I'm on my phone on my map. I'm like, why the fuck does it keep adding minutes? I'm like, this bitch is missing exits, bro. So I'm like, when I finally get to telling her, y'all, it was a lot. It was a lot. And that accident was just so weird. And her energy, she was so weird, but so nice. She had like this nice, innocent act. But the shit that she was doing was not giving nice, innocent act. It's giving, bitch, are you trying to kidnap us? This is that and the third. And I'm telling you, when I was dropping Juicy off, we was chatting about this shit, and she was like, bitch, like, it just felt like she was about to like she was trying to kidnap us. I'm like, yeah, bitch, it felt like that. But hey, y'all, and I can't believe, y'all, I'm high as shit, bro. Like, I can remember this shit, but I was so high and calm as shit. But I ain't even gonna say calm, because I was irritated as fuck. But you know, at the end of the day, I ain't get kidnapped. And I can't thank nobody but God, honestly. Like, because when I think back to it, like, I really be thanking God, because I be like, that really could have been worse. It could have been bad for us because it was an uneasy feeling. So girl, after that, I'm done with Facebook. You girls, that you won't never catch me. I stick to my good friends that I have that I've known for years. Like, I'm good. And the thing is, like, I really just joined it just to chat. Like, I was just going through my isolation season and I wasn't being obedient to what God wanted me to do. And I went out and talked to random people on the app. It was just but he gave me my lesson. Like, I'm thankful that I even went through that, because that was definitely a lesson that God was teaching me. And to this day, I still think that, like, that was definitely God teaching me a lesson to be obedient to his word. When I say isolation, I say you need to be by yourself and it need to just be me and you. That's exactly what I mean. But yeah, y'all, that pretty much wraps up the story. I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. I really do. Anyway, somebody, no. Okay, that's God saying that I don't need that then. All right, y'all. See y'all. Bye.
Working OT, trying to show you what it's like to know me. Never said, hey, you approach me. I've been thinking about you and you only. And we just like a fuck, that's nothing